have a serious conversation about the Premier League. Because the way these men talk about other leagues like La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga, calling them all Farmers League. What we saw from the top of the table in the best league in the world, Liverpool, over these 2 legs against PSG, it was actually embarrassing. And to think that Liverpool are 15 points ahead in the Premier League table, the best team in apparently the best league in the world. This is the best they have to offer. Getting knocked out to PSG, who come from supposedly a Farmers League, in the round of 16? That's embarrassing. I'm not even only talking about Liverpool fans. I'm talking about United, Arsenal, every single fan in the Premier League. You guys need to look at yourselves in the mirror, because your league isn't as good as you guys think. Trust me. Liverpool, over these 2 legs, they just look like an average team. And I'm not even like being biased or anything. I don't have anything against Liverpool. I'm just saying it as it is. Big up to PSG. They qualify. All odds against them. Into the quarterfinals, they will come up against Aston Villa or Club Brugge.
PSG have just eliminated Liverpool from the Champions League. I repeat, Liverpool has been eliminated. Not only that, they lost 1-0 today at Anfield, with Dembele scoring the only goal of the game, making it even on aggregate, which, by the way, makes it 21 goals for Dembele in 2025. This guy is in immaculate form. Liverpool can say thank you again to Alisson Becker, because he's a massive reason why that game even went to penalties, where in penalties, Liverpool fumbled hard. Núñez had his penalty saved by Donnarumma. Donnarumma also saved Jones's penalty. Again, this is insane. With PSG winning at Anfield in regular time and then penalties, crushing the hopes of Liverpool and their fans to potentially win a treble this season. Champions League, out of the question. As for PSG, can they freaking go all the way for the first time ever in their club? This is the best PSG side I've ever seen. Holy shit.
Champions League is not for everybody. Bottled it. They have bottled a 1-0 lead. Not good enough. Mo Salah, not good enough. Van Dijk, not good enough. PSG even took it easy on you. It could have been a nasty scoreline. You're lucky.
This is why Luis Enrique is one of the very best coaches in football. This guy who was called a madman last season when he was benching Mbappe. After Mbappe obviously announced he was going to leave PSG at the end of the season, right? Luis Enrique started benching him in certain games, and he wanted the team to get used to playing without Mbappe. And he said one thing last year. He said next year the team's going to be even better than the team the year before. And he wasn't lying. I mean, what you have with this PSG team is a very united team, zero egos. You're getting the best out of Ousmane Dembele. You got Vitinha looking absolutely world class. You've got Neves cooking. You got Barcola. You've got Kvaratskhelia. You've got all these guys doing. The young man. Marquinhos is back to his very best as well, man. Luis Enrique did not lie. He knew what he was talking about, you know, and I thought he was a madman last year when he was saying such things, innit? And it just shows with more unity, you can get the best out of a team, man. And this PSG side, who've had Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Zlatan, Di Maria, Verratti, the list goes on and on, Sergio Ramos. This is the first time I'm watching PSG and I think they are good enough to win the Champions League. You know, they obviously had better players before, but this is a more united squad with no ego. And it's just showing you the discipline of the players under him, and he's the leader. Everyone listens to him. But yeah, man, Luis Enrique, top coach.
Darwin Núñez! I love you, Darwin Núñez! The world loves you, Darwin Núñez! Darwin Núñez! He came from Benfica to the Small Reds! There has never been more of a FIFA Ultimate Team game in real life than last night. That was something that. And there's loads of things. I'm not just talking about the 27 shots, 0 goals, the 2 shots and a goal. We've all been there when the opposition's keeper's had a wonder game and you just sat there spamming B and nothing's going in, and you must have said something like, it's rigged, followed by a smash, which will have been the controller going through your desk. But last night though, Dembele was playing like Dembele. This is the Dembele we all fucking know, right? I must say he's been doing that for a while now. This calendar year has been mint, but that is what we probably... The coin for coin king arrived last night, if you know, you know. I'll give you another reason that was a FIFA game. Not got a picture of it. Second half kicks off. Dude, PSG booted into our own half, goes out for a throw-in down our corner. That is like when you compute, when you fucking, when your pad's mashed up and you just throw it, and your stick is like, you know when your stick's like that and it's stuck? And that's what it's like. It's like, oh, you've DNF'd and your thing's going down, 30 seconds has gone down, so it's automatically played and he's booted it. That's exactly what I saw last night. That's a FIFA moment, guys. 89 rated, wherever you are, you're not kidding me, mate. You're shit. I'm convinced Liverpool were completing an objective, bringing Harvey Elliott on. Play 4 games with English non-rares, you know what I mean? And then he goes and scores, good on him as well. I mean, replacing Salah, you just spent 300k on Salah, he kind of doesn't really play very well. That happens a lot as well. If you're telling me you've never been on the back end of one of them, I think you play FIFA wrong, honestly.
So much for finishing top of the table in the group stage, am I right? Oh my god. You just knew Darwin Núñez was going to miss. At some point, I want to feel sorry for him, but I'm sorry, I really can't. They really called themselves favorites for the Champions League. No, but seriously, that was insane. No, I don't think anyone expected PSG to win in the way they did. But as far as he goes, wow, Gianluigi Donnarumma. When it comes to a penalty shootout, this guy really stepped up. He saved Darwin Núñez's penalty, which was pretty at a savable height, and Curtis Jones's penalty was not very good. You could feel this way throughout the whole match. You could feel that Anfield was scared of PSG anytime that they attacked. But obviously they had Alisson, so it wasn't too much to deal with. But at the same time, Liverpool hardly had a cutting edge. They only had to look at Salah, but he was always getting contained by Nuno Mendes, who was phenomenal over the 2 legs. But this is a team that people expected to not just reach the final, to actually win the whole thing. I mean, wow, this is an unbelievable shock. Congratulations to PSG, because I mean, fair play to them.
And the man of the match for me was clearly Gianluigi Donnarumma. Last week and today, there's a universe in those 2 performances. Last week, that 1 second of not paying attention, that 1 lack of quality that made him not to save that shot from Elliott, cost him the game. And look at today. If I'm not wrong, yeah, I swear Gianluigi Donnarumma came for every single ball that was dropped in the box. Talking about commanding his box, he did that. Outstanding performance from Gianluigi Donnarumma. On top of that, making crucial saves in the game and 2 saves in the penalty shootout. Now, anybody that remembers the Euros knows about Donnarumma being good at saving pens. It's not a secret. He's very good at that. When it comes to shot stopping, very good. When it comes to, you know, ball at his feet and stuff, that's a bit less, but we're not going to talk about that. But shot stopping, he's incredible. Incredible performance from Gianluigi Donnarumma.
Liverpool are officially out of the Champions League by Paris Saint-Germain. PSG, well deserved, destroying, humbling and embarrassing Liverpool out of the Champions League at Anfield as well. What did I tell you all? I told you all last week when Liverpool won, Paris Saint-Germain will be winning this game at Anfield. What did they do? They've only gone and done it. Donnarumma is the best goalkeeper in the world. Donnarumma is him. Just wow, Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott missed the penalties. The 2, Darwin Núñez and Harvey Elliott that scored last week, both were involved last week with the goal. Both missed the penalty. Donnarumma gets his revenge. Paris Saint-Germain get their revenge. Dembele, masterclass. Kvara is him. The whole Paris Saint-Germain team cooked today. But Donnarumma easily man of the match. I do not care what anyone says. This is why I say PSG, they are on track this season to win the league and the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain are out. Bro, I mean, Paris Saint-Germain are going to win it all. They're going to win the Champions League. They're going to win the league, bro. And Liverpool are out of the Champions League. This is why we love this beautiful game of football. This is it. Liverpool's downfall officially begins. Newcastle, please finish it off this Sunday.
I think that last night we witnessed potentially the most significant night in PSG's recent history, or I mean, maybe even their entire history if they go on to win the Champions League this season, because what they did yesterday was so un-PSG-like, it's ridiculous. To be losing going into the second leg at Anfield and to be talking like this all week, it is now that we're going to show the team that we are, we will show the team we are, we'll show character, we will win there at Anfield. And they went and did it. Luis Enrique, Vitinha, João Neves as well was speaking during the week about the fact that they were going to win. They were so confident in themselves of going and beating Liverpool at Anfield, something that has never been done before, overturning a deficit, going to Anfield in a Champions League knockout game. And this is a team that are famous for their lack of ability to get over the line in tough situations, that they're a very nice football team but maybe lacking the substance that it takes to go on and do something like that. And last night they went and did it. And it's a new PSG anyway. The young talent they've got, they don't have the same superstars they did with the Mbappes, the Neymars, even you look at back in the day, the Ibrahimoviches, etc. They just have a team that actually looks like a team now. And to get over that hurdle, to get over that mental hurdle for this team so early on in its development, you remember they only sold Mbappe in the summer. This is their first season sort of as this new look PSG, as they sort of rebranded, I guess. And to get over that first hurdle, to get Aston Villa probably in the quarterfinals, which again I think is such a winnable game for them, to be moving on to the semi-finals, to have a real chance at winning this Champions League is absolutely massive for them. And last night I think the whole world sat up and took notice of PSG, because I mean they just got some serious footballers, a serious manager, and they are a serious team this year.
You see you, yeah? You see you! You Italian carriers! I'm gonna scrap you, Donnarumma. What the flip was that? PSG were cooking. How are you letting Elliot bag against you? You're embarrassing. And as for the ref, you guys are embarrassing. Look at Konate, what he did. Goes like that on his back. Where is the flipping foul? That's a red. Liverpool are jammy. Dembele and Cava were absolutely cooking. They were cooking that game. And Barcola, man, don't get me started on that guy. He's rubbish. How's he missing that? Oh yeah, and Nuno Mendes pocketed Mo Salah. This is who you lot idolise, yeah? Ballon d'Or. Couldn't even get past Nuno Mendes. Sancho cooked him in the Champions League. Salah stinker. And Liverpool jammy once again.
This is the greatest UCL format to ever exist. The greatest PSG don't perform in the group stage at all. They deserve to be low, very, very low rated. And they got to play the number one team. And they overcame they dominated the number one team, bro. They dominated. This is the greatest format to ever exist. They dominated the fake Ballon d'Or. They dominated the Premier League is the best league in the world. All those takes, they dominated. PSG should have sent Liverpool packing home in the first leg. This had like a nice 6-2 written all over it, aggregate. 6-2 written all over it. But PSG could not finish their chances. UEFA, you cooked with this format. You absolutely cooked with this format. This format is incredible. PSG, you also cooked in these two legs. Hopefully if y'all play Madrid or one of the Atletico, one of the Madrid sides after, go cook them, and we'll meet you in the finals. We'll meet you in the finals. You know what I'm saying? We owe you a whooping. We owe you a whooping, bro. There's debt that you need to pay some debts. You need to pay some debts.
Give Nuno Mendes the respect he deserves. And yeah, I'm crashing out because did you guys see him in the first and second leg against Liverpool? The way he took Salah and put him in his pocket, diabolical. To put this in perspective, Salah's having a Ballon d'Or season. Nuno Mendes, who's 22 years old and in my opinion, the best left back in the world right now, completely eliminated one of the best footballers in the world, in some people's opinion, the best footballer in the world, out of both legs in the Champions League. Look at Nuno Mendes' stats in the first half. Again, putting Salah in his pocket in both legs. In the first leg, I think there was some crazy stat that he won 11 out of 11 duels. And again, he's not playing some Mickey Mouse team. He's playing Liverpool, top of the Premier League table, best league in the world, against one of the best footballers in the world. And what did Salah respectfully have to show for it? Nothing. The best left back in the world right now.
PSG's midfield for me, and one man in particular. I mean, I'm a big fan of João Neves. I'm a big fan of him. But Vitinha, boy, oh boy. You see, when you talk about cultured midfielders, people that take care of the ball, people that take care of their passes, Vitinha. What an amazing footballer. But a lot of people, again, are not going to appreciate the skill, the level of intelligence, the IQ, because he's short. He's not physical. Look at what he's doing at the highest level of club football, you know, against one of the best teams in the world. Look at what he did against Szoboszlai, McAllister, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was in midfield a lot. Look at what Vitinha did against them, man. Look at what Jean Neves did against them, man. I swear both are not above 5'7" or 5'8". I could bet my house on the fact that they're not taller than 5'7", 5'8". But look at what they did against one of the best midfields in Europe. Why? Because of this and this. Technique and IQ. That's all you need in football. Forget all of this physical, oh no, he needs to be pace and... No. Brains, feet. That's all you need.
Dembele celebrating in front of the Liverpool team, and Salah. This man is so cold. This man pretty much has ruined Salah's potential Ballon d'Or season. And now he's actually one of the favorites to win the Ballon d'Or if PSG go on to win the Champions League. But yo, you have to feel bad for Alisson. He did literally everything he could last match, basically stopping Liverpool from losing 3-0 to PSG. And now this match, he saved them again and took them, carried them to penalties, just for Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones to ruin everything for Liverpool. Bro, what kind of subs are these? How is Liverpool subbing on Curtis Jones and Darwin Núñez when they need to win against PSG in the Champions League? What kind of subs are these? Meanwhile, PSG subbed on that number 11 guy in the second half. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who that guy is, but it's so clear that that guy is a star boy. That guy is a real sub. And they subbed on the striker too, Ramos, the Portuguese striker. Those are real subs. Liverpool is supposed to be a giant team. Why are they relying on Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones to come off the bench in such a big match? They need better players on the bench. As a Manchester United fan, I'm going to be honest. Liverpool got robbed today and they should be in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain cheated. They cheated and scored this goal. Barcola was clearly offside. And if this goal didn't stand, Liverpool will be in the quarterfinals. And that is what you'll say if you are a delusional man. That is what you'll be saying if you watch football with your eyes closed. You highlight merchants. Watch football with your eyes open and you know this goal is onside. And Liverpool fairly lost today. Make up your excuses all you want. Luis Enrique stood on business. He said at Anfield, we are going to destroy, humble and embarrass Liverpool. At Anfield, that is what happened indeed. Another thing I also want to say as well is Luis Enrique stood on business. Donnarumma, man of the match. Just give Rafinha the Ballon d'Or. Give Rafinha the Ballon d'Or. This has been the best watch-along I've seen in a long while. I agree. We got PSG qualified for the quarterfinals. PSG, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich and Barcelona now. The quarterfinals is looking beautiful so far.
On behalf of the whole universe, I'd love to send all of my gratitude to Nuno Mensch for officially ending the Ballon d'Or charge of Mohamed Salah. Be honest, you didn't expect him to be this good against Mohamed Salah, especially with the way that we were talking about him having the best season in Premier League history. I mean, we could talk about this block early on in the first half. Just look at this. Look at how much of the goal Salah had to aim at, and yet Mendes still blocked. And not just defensively. Even when he was on the ball, he was going full throttle up and down the left-hand flank. Oh my word. Also, while we talk about PSG's defense, shout out to Willian Pacho. Absolutely brilliant at the back today. Even this block early on in the second half. Wow. And I just realized, right? Willian Pacho, Piero Hincapié, and Pervis Estupiñán all playing for Ecuador in defense. That is some future you have. But on Mo Salah for a bit, where was he today? Apart from that one chance that he had early on in the first half, he was pretty much non-existent. Anytime that he was on the ball, he always missed his crosses. He always missed his shots. Where was that form that he had in the Premier League? Now we're just going to look back on that, best season in Premier League history as almost just like farming GA, just because he barely did it in the Champions League compared to a certain Brazilian with braids. Yeah, Rafinha's surely going to win the Ballon d'Or now. Thank you, Nuno Mendes, for saving football history. I love it.
Are you guys awake now? Are you guys still sleeping on PSG? How many times did I tell y'all, wake up? This PSG team is different. They are different. And now they are through at Anfield. Oh my goodness. PSG, congratulations. Fully deserved over 2 legs. So many shout outs are needed. Vitinha, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, boss the midfield. Dembele, Desiree Doué, Kvaratskhelia, amazing. And Nuno Mendes, clean that pocket when you go home. Mohamed Salah needs to come out of that pocket. Oh my God, PSG. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.